Welcome to the marketing session about advertisement. Today you will hear about classical advertising. What does it mean? We have later on another marketing mix instrument within the communication called online marketing. And the online and internet advertising is part of this online marketing. This will be treated in a separate video. Therefore, today we focus on advertising, which is a very well-known tool or instrument within the marketing mix of communication. And if you ask people on the street, what is marketing? Most of them will tell you it's advertising. And what is advertising? A definition for advertising is a non-personal message to sell or promote products and services. The most important part of this definition is non-personal. Why? Because do you remember when we were speaking about personal sales, your opposite is a human being. The customer or the potential customer can ask and you can answer with questions. It's a two-way communication. Therefore, it's also a personal message specific for this unique customer in your shop or in your restaurant. In our field now, in advertising, you have a non-personal message. You send a non-personal message to an audience, to the target group. We will speak about the target group later because it's very important to know who is the target group. Let's come back to advertising. If we think of advertising, most of us think about companies like Coca-Cola and McDonald's, because everywhere, on the street, in the internet, on the TV, you see advertising of these big companies. Of course, these international companies, they have a huge budget for marketing campaigns, and therefore they can almost use all medias and channels to promote their marketing campaigns in the field of advertising. They can use, for example, TV or radio spots. You will find them in the printed media, like in newspapers or magazines, or you will find them in the internet. You get advertising on your mobile. It's called mobile advertising. And of course, if you enter the street, you will see it almost everywhere. You will see big billboards, small billboards. You will see displays. You will see it printed on company cars. You will see it signs on taxis. You will see advertising on public transportation and so on. This is for the big companies. And now coming back to the family business, what is possible for family business? Because they do not have huge marketing budgets. Most of them, they have no money to do advertising. But it's possible. What you need is your 1.5 kilogram brain to create creativity in the field of advertising. Let's collect some cases, what people from companies like family companies are doing in the field of advertising. The first thing is, if you enter a shop or a restaurant, it's the company's nameplate. I often miss companies' nameplates, or can also be a billboard, in front of some stalls and booths on daily markets. I, as a customer, want to see what's the company's name, maybe they have a logo, what's their product, what is their unique selling proposition, where are they specialists for in their field of products and service. This is what I have to know, and I have to see it on a sign or on a company's nameplate. Therefore, if you work with your mentees, start with the company's nameplate. It's very, very important, and many of them do not have it. If it's not possible for them to let it print from a professional company to pay for this, produce it by yourself. It is better a homemade nameplate than having no nameplate. It's very important and very professional to have a company's nameplate for family business companies. What else? can family business companies do in the field of advertising? Outdoor. I said already, billboards. All kinds of outdoor advertising. Small billboards. You can lay it on a table, stick it on a wall. You can do it on a stand. You can stick it on electricity or telephone poles. You can create them by yourself and design it by yourself. You can print it by yourself or let it print in a professional print shop. Or if you don't have the money for that, it's no problem to draw it or paint it by yourself. And how to create and design a billboard we will do in the second part of this video. I will show you a tool for that. What else can companies in family business size do in the field of advertising? Flyers. I often see flyers. They print it by themselves or let it print. It's probably cheaper. Let them print. And one of the family members or staff members is distributing it in front of the shop, in front of the restaurant, in the main street or where else. The goal is to get the attention of a specific target group or audience. What else can companies do? Some companies, family business companies which have a specific amount of marketing budget, they often use ads, advertisements in local newspaper or magazines. Of course, this costs money, but you reach really probably a huge group of potential customers, the target audience here. The target group or target audience is very important to know before you start to create advertising. Because you have to know what's their age, where are they situated, what do they like, where are their problems, their pain points. What can my product or service be a solution for which problem? You have to know this. And then you can create advertising. And that is what we do now together, what you can use as a tool for your mentees. If you check your handout, you will find this AIDA formula. AIDA, these 4 letters are the beginning letters of 4 expressions. And this is a very good tool to design a message, a non-personal message, to an advertising message for an audience. And there is a system, and it's really proven, and I use it since many years, and I appreciate it. I do not only use it in advertising, I use it also in personal sales, when I speak with customers, when I try to get them as potential customers in my shop. I do the same system like the AIDA model. How does it work? Let us assume that we have a shop and we want to produce and create advertising on this billboard. We have a billboard and now we want to create it. AIDA means 4 different stages or phases. The first phase with the A stands for attention. You want to get the awareness of the customer or people passing by to see this billboard. That the billboard, the advertising, catches the attention of the audience. You should have they should say, what is this? How can you catch the attention? You can use specific colors or slogans or music or symbols like a cross, which are specific, appreciated by this audience you want to apply for. But you can also use specific expressions like limited or like special or like new. New is probably the most used expression in marketing to catch the attention of an audience. And you see it's in the color red. Red is a signal color, and red is something we see immediately, and therefore it's often used in the color of red. Let's take this as a frame, the billboard, and therefore for the attention, you need 1.5 kilograms and your creativity. Think outside the box. You can find great means to catch the attention. But think outside the box. It should be different from others. Not the same like your neighbor. Make it different to get the attention. Think in your creativity with clever ideas. This is the first phases. People say, oh yes, they stay now and try and start to read the billboard. The next stage or phases is the I, that's the interest. How do I get the interest of the audience? The interest should be that they will say, oh, that means, oh, it's interesting, I want to continue reading. And the very best part, or the very best way to get interest is to ask questions. Not many questions. Take one key question, ask one key question here, and people will think about it. They will think about yes or no. And the content of this question can be, it's a pain point. For example, do you also have back pain? Or it can be a solution or a benefit. That can be, do you want to save money? And people will think, oh, that's very interesting. And if it's interesting, they continue with the next phases. And the next stage is the D, stands for desire. That means you want to have, here you have a there's an oh, and now you want to have a yes, this is something I want to have. You want now the approval from the audience to say. Here we did not speak about the product. Now we come in a stage where we say, if you buy this or if you enter my restaurant, you will have this promise. And then you have a promise. You give them a promise what they will get if they buy your product or if they consume your service or enter your restaurant and what's on. And this can be done on two levels. Because in this stage now, the customer is very thinking about, oh yes, I want to have it. And we have here two levels. One level is the emotional level. That can be that the promise will tell you, if you buy this product, you will be healthy or secure, or you get happiness, or you will enter another social status, or you will be member of a specific peer group. These are emotional things that people are thinking about, saying, yes, I want to have it because I want to be one of these members in this peer group. The second level, the other level is a rational one. It's called the cognitive level, where people are thinking very rational. They are thinking about, yes, it's a very good cost-benefit ratio, or the quality of this product is robust, is excellent, or this product is known as with a long life cycle. I will have it many, many years, and therefore it's not so expensive. People are thinking very rational and saying, yes, therefore that's the reason I want to buy it. Up to here, it was within the customer's brain and process, the decision-making process. Now we come in the fourth stage, where you have to do something to influence him, to push him. This is called A is action. Now we are in the call to action stage. That means you as a customer, you as a supplier has to push the customer, call to action, to say, do something. And how can this be? This can be, for example, a message saying, contact us, call us, come in, enter the restaurant, or buy now. Give them a call to action that he will do it. And these are the 4 stages within the customer's decision-making process, which can be influenced by the system, by the creation of the non-personal message called advertising. And I hope this will be a help for you and your mentees in the future to create and design your messages to the customer. It is really, I use it since many years and I appreciate it. It's really customer proven. Use it. The AIDA model is a very, very good tool I can really recommend to use. And I wish you and your mentees success with this tool in the advertising and hope that you make a lot of good business due to the support of advertising. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.